Evening, guys. It's sad that the long lost Victoria Mumboya from Saturday, Victoria Mumboya Muloki, was actually hired by this guy Ngetich Edwin on Thursday, then Friday. Went missing and her phones went off. After having been given a ride on Thursday, he again was given on Friday. Possibly he was tracking or finding a way to make Victoria, vulnerable. And so, of course, because you're in business, you can never predict what's coming. Maybe it's only that we should pray that most times when you're at jobs, we are protected by God. Now, this girl, this lady, who was driving the KDQ 182 that has been on social media platforms, was lost, and the family was very concerned. They went reporting and they were hoping to find their own alive. Unfortunately, it has been unsuccessful for them, and until today, when the reality beat them hard. So looking at this incident, there are so many lessons we have to take from it, because that is what actually matters. Whenever such situations happen, we have to actually learn from them. So as we look at the video, there are parts which we have to observe, listen keenly, and critically think as we acquire lessons from them. So femicide was a common practice in America and Jamaica. Again, there are a lot of cases. I don't know whether you can agree with me. You can comment if you think otherwise. But from what I've read, it was very common in such places. But now it has turned out that Kenya is becoming an alarming country with femicide. And it's not only femicide, but homicide even for taxi drivers, for border borders and different people working in different places. Yeah. So let's actually follow the video and make comments. So I'll be giving you a clip whenever I think it's necessary. And watch out, because Edwin Ngetich may be one day on the streets. Be careful. And even other Ngetichs that are there. There are some things we have to learn from this incident. Okay, so what do we learn from that driver? There is something very important about good Samaritan, being brave, staying alert, and sometimes social media is blamed, but we can actually see how social media has helped in tracking the vehicle that Victoria Mumboya had from Mombasa. So I'm learning from this guy that if at all taxi drivers collaborate, then the cases of femicide or homicide will not happen. Yeah, like I'm imagining if all people from Mombasa could have been alert on the roads, this man could not have ran and killed Mumboya the way he did. So when we look at this video, it's very saddening that this 35-year-old best driver, as indicated, has lost her life, and she was just thrown in the thicket. You can imagine, you don't know what she went through actually. And as we watch in the video, this man indicates how he had to trace this vehicle, and it was also good for the customer. The customer actually saw the human part, and following what the driver told her or him, accepted to help tracking this man. And another thing is, for those who had spotted this man in Kisumu, if they had acted just as this other driver did, even though he sped off, they would have spotted him early. Unfortunately, it seems that he had already killed Mumboya and dumped her in the thicket, because now when you go back to Mahiu Mahiu, you realize that it must have been the death must have been already conducted before he bypassed to go to Nakuru, or rather Kisumu first. So in such incidences we learn some things, but it's very bad. We have to say no to femicide. Recently we saw what happened in Kitale. And we lost this, you know, this lady that had been taking part in sports. And we saw the communication of ladies at Eldoret. They said we have to say no to femicide, acting first. Now, it's not very good news, because now, what are we doing? Do we want to discourage women from driving and, conducting jobs like drivers? Remember, it is indicated she's one of the best drivers. So, will it also create fear in women driving men to places? And I'm not saying that all men are dangerous, but sometimes it happens to be a situation that is nasty. Now, another thing maybe we should learn from here is that, like if you hear a customer telling you to go offline, it is a sensor. It is some kind of indication that they are after something. Now, if Edwin Ngetich is indicated to have conducted such activities earlier, what happened? Why is it that he had not been arrested or had not been put behind bars or even put on life sentence? Such situations are very embarrassing and annoying. Why should people keep killing, then they emerge and keep killing more? What is happening to the society, especially Kenya? Why do we do this? Why do we allow such criminals, such people known to be murderers, to keep surviving in the society and go on killing more? But sometimes, remember, karma is real. This man, if he has been doing this and surviving, then God was with Victoria Mumbua. Though sometimes I don't know why it happens that it's allowed somebody dies and the criminal will not go. Even though you've been used to hitting and running, killing and running, but this time round you are found. And I hope that you will not just be arrested and then we hear you now coming out and now testifying how you changed and all that. Though they say we have to forgive, but I don't know. In a situation where you've killed women, innocent women, and left their children orphans, oh no, we don't have to just let it go. So let's see. Like, how exactly did this man manage to track this man? Let's watch this video briefly, and then from there, maybe we can proceed.
Distance. At that time, tulikuwa tunaongea na polisi na inspector hapa Mariki, mwenye sasa alikuwa ametumwa. Tulikuwa tunaenda tukiongea naye, tunaongea naye namwambia asha divert this way, and that's how tukaenda tukompata. Kuna palienda akaingia kwa car wash, akajaribu kufungua gari bonnet, of which I don't know what he was looking for. Sasa polisi naye akakuwa amefika, of which they responded very fast.
Taxi driver Victoria Mumbua Muloki. Now, the female body was discovered at the city mortuary after an intense grilling session with the suspect, Edwin Ngetich, who was found with a stolen motor vehicle belonging to Mumbua. Let's get more from our crimes reporter, Franklin Wala.
Wednesday evening seems to be a sad end to DCI detectives probing the disappearance of Victoria Muloki. Detectives say they have discovered a human body believed to be that of the mother of three, lying dead at the Nairobi city mortuary. Investigations revealed the female body was found in a...
Okay, so now let's see. It is sad that even at the moment when a family is, worried, you can see the brother was so stressed. Everybody was confused. They had even contacted the police. Then some lunatic somewhere. These thugs. These people will go to hell, and I don't know, hell times 4. Somebody is bereaved. They are struggling. They don't even know where their beloved is. Then another hooligan in Migori calls the family and tells them to send what? To send 20,000, claiming that Victoria Mumbua was already in Migori and she was, she was unconscious, in critical condition, and she needed airlifting to Mombasa. That is very bad. Even if your heart is so dark that it doesn't see any light, how can you do that? How can you rob from people who have already been robbed, one of the beloved people? I don't know what happened. Is this how Lucifer is? That Lucifer does not have even a soul or a heart or anything. so that you can actually steal from people who have lost one of their own? Or was it this same person? I wonder, you know. I'm trying to connect one and two and I cannot add up. Because actually stealing from those who have already lost it, yes, I hear people steal even from accidents when people are oozing, blood is oozing all over and people steal, you know. Cruelty has turned out because of, I've talked about it many times, capitalism. Sometimes it makes people selfish, but still we have good people. We found this man who tracked the, you know, the killer, yeah? And at least Edwin Ngetich has been arrested. The family may not actually recover Victoria Mumbua because finally she was found dead in the thicket. And it was unfortunate that her body had already been picked and taken to the morgue, and it was reported on 29th September. And sadly, it's only by, was it yesterday, that actually they now, after grilling Ngetich, that's when he took the family to where? Is it Larry? And later on now, they realized that the body that had been picked there is the same that is now in the morgue. Yeah. So, I'm also learning something from this, that if you are serving as a police, please be quick to act. Be quick to act. I wish all the police had actually had a network of communication. I don't think this man would have escaped, and even Mumbua would not have been killed, because if she was dumped in Mahimawi, unless she was killed in between Kwale and before Nairobi, she could have been found. But it's sad that she was not. So, police help us, because sometimes we suffer as a result of delays. And sorry to the family. I hope you'll find solace.